is one of the brightest young talents in the world of football right now, and a lot of people around the world know him. But did you know that he started out as a defender? Did you know that he works with Jay-Z? Did you know that he is a Barcelona fan? Crazy, right? Well, here are 10 things you didn't know about Vini Jr. See, without a shadow of a doubt, Vini Jr. is really one of the best forward players in the world of football right now. But I really wasn't joking when I said that he actually started out as a defender. Oh yes, his club documents from Flamengo, the first football club he ever played for, described him as a left back. Well, look at him now, from being a defender to terrorizing defenders all around the continent. What a guy! And the truth is that Vini has always been that guy. When he was just a kid, he had the courage to abandon a path that had made many of his predecessors very successful. See, futsal is a very popular version of football in Brazil, and a lot of superstars you know today started out playing futsal. Neymar, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, you name them. So, like these great players before him, Vini wanted to start with futsal too, so he took futsal classes at the Flamengo school between the ages of 7 and 9. Then in 2009, when he was 9 years old, he went for a futsal trial at Flamengo, and the club indeed saw that he was so good, but they said he was too young, and so they asked him to come back the following year and try again. But Vini is not really in the business of doing the same trial twice, so he abandoned futsal completely. He thought to himself, this is not what I want to be doing anyway. So he went and focused on football. The following year, at the age of 10, he went for a football trial at Flamengo, and guess what? He passed and got in. And that is where his football story really began. And I'll tell you one thing, football really saved him, because this kid you see here actually grew up in abject poverty. His family was so poor that they could not even afford his transport fare to and from the club's training facility every day. So, as a child, Vini had to leave his parents. He was sent to go and stay with his uncle so that he could be closer to the stadium. Thankfully though, when Flamengo took him under their wings as a kid, no pun intended, they started to give him some financial aid. Right now, I don't need any financial aid. You know what I need though? I just need you to support the channel by going to smash the like and subscribe buttons right now. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on a new video. Anyway, now back to Vini Jr. Did you know that this guy was signed by Nike at the age of 13? 13 years of age, man, that's crazy. He had not even broken into the Flamengo first team yet, but Nike saw the immense potential in the little kid in the academy and gave him a 10-year endorsement deal. Then in 2018, after he moved to Real Madrid and actually started morphing into a superstar, he renewed that contract, signing a new 10-year deal. However, with 5 years still left on that contract, Vini decided to opt out because he felt he wasn't being treated fairly by Nike. For example, he felt like the terms of his latest contract with the brand did not exactly reflect his now elevated status as a superstar at Real Madrid. So he got his lawyers involved and cut ties with Nike. Well, Vini won't be the only footballer to leave Nike in recent times. Players like Sergio Ramos, Raheem Sterling, and his international teammate Neymar Jr. have opted out of their Nike contracts at one point or another. Honestly, Nike better recognize that my boy is now a whole global superstar. I mean, Vini is so big that a Champions League award was created for him. See, the Brazilian forward was absolutely electric in the 2021 through 2022 season. He was very important in Real Madrid, securing the European double that season, and he even scored the winning goal in the Champions League final to give Madrid their record-extending 14th title. But it was clear that Benzema was the biggest star of the show, having finished with the most goals at the tournament. So, unsurprisingly, the Frenchman was named the player of the tournament. But it seems like UEFA knew how very important Vini was, so they introduced the Champions League Young Player of the Season award and gave the first ever addition to Vini. Napoli's Vicha Kvaratskhelia has now benefited from this, winning the 2023 edition. Vini is just out here paving the way for the new generation. But he doesn't pave the way on the pitch alone. Off the pitch, this guy is an angel. See, one thing about Vini is that he never forgets where he comes from. He always remembers to give back to society. He's just 23, but he has since set up an organization to help underprivileged kids in Brazil. Instituto Vini Jr. is the name of his charitable organization, and its aim is to try and level up the educational playing field for poor kids in Brazil with the use of sports and technology. And that's that's not the only way Vini gives back, you know. Right now, in Spain, he leads an anti-racism committee. I'm sure you are aware of the disgusting level of racism Vini has been subjected to since he moved to Spain. Anyway, as a result of this, the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, selected the Brazilian winger to head a FIFA anti-racism committee. The committee is made up of just football players, and of course, the aim of this group is to try and put an end to racial discrimination in the game of football. Now, if you guys remember, Vini and Benzema formed one of the deadliest partnerships in the 2021 through 2022 season. They were so deadly together and were the best duo in world of football without a doubt. The pair understood each other so well that you would not believe that Benzema used to hate playing with him. Just as recently as 2020, Benzema hated having to pair up with Vini Jr. up front. In a Champions League game against Borussia Mönchengladbach in 2020, a video surfaced on the internet where Benzema was in the tunnel telling Ferland Mendy not to pass the ball to Vini because he swore the Brazilian was playing against them. After we saw that, we all swore it was over for Vini at Real Madrid. If the vice captain and the most important player at the club thinks you're trash and doesn't want to play with you, it would surely be out soon. But oh, how wrong we were. I mean, who would have predicted that just 1 year later, that duo would begin to terrorize the world the way they did? It was so crazy to whoever was watching. You know what else was really crazy? The fact that this Real Madrid star was a huge Barcelona fan when he was younger. Reports even say that he shed happy tears after Barcelona pulled off the most unbelievable comeback in the Champions League against PSG in 2017. Yes, just as recently as 2017. Back then, Barcelona actually did want to sign him from Flamengo, but Real Madrid were really desperate to get back at Barcelona for snatching Neymar from them, so they offered more than the Catalans and got Vini. Madrid agreed to pay 46 million euros for Vini 1 whole year before he joined. That's how badly they wanted him. That amount made Vini the second most expensive Brazilian ever at the time, and it was also the highest amount a Brazilian club had ever received in transfer fees at the time. Well, Barcelona fans don't care that he once loved the club. They now appear to hate him so much now, perhaps even more than all the other Real Madrid players put together. Finally, I have something that might sound a little strange, but it's totally true. Vini Jr. now works with your favorite American rapper. Hearing that Vini Jr. and American rap legend Jay-Z work together sounds a little strange, I know, but it's true. The billionaire hip-hop star recently acquired a majority stake in TFM, Vini's agency company. The company also represents Endrick, the Brazil sensation who will be joining Vini at Real Madrid in 2024. So technically you can say that Jay-Z is now Vini's agent. But please, someone tell that man that Vini is a footballer and not a soccer player.